Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. I decided that I will be making a video on this game since not only is it underrated, but I think the game is generally fun overall compared to all the other Craftwars games. Actually, I don't really know if this game is even considered one, but just for the sake of video, I guess I will. It can get a little confusing as to what you should go for next, however, so I'll be making progression guides on this game just for, well, that. Anyways, enough chit chat and let's get to the actual guide now. Upon joining the game, open up your inventory menu and equip the three following items: the recipe book, the trait scroll, and the sharpstone. After you've done that, equip your trait scroll and use it. It should give you one of the three common traits, which is prodigy, durable, and strong. To get started, use your sharpstone to cut down through 4 trees for wood, and use that wood to craft yourself a wooden pickaxe. Mine rocks with a wooden pickaxe until you get enough stones to craft a stone pickaxe. Use the stone pickaxe to mine a couple more rocks so that you can make a stone sword and a stone axe. Afterwards, gather more wood with a stone axe to craft a wooden helmet and a wooden chestplate. Now that you have a weapon and some armor, look for a few grass monsters and kill them until you get at least 100 grass materials and a grass blade. Use the grass materials to craft a grass boots accessory and equip it alongside the grass blade. The stone sword is no longer needed at this point, so you may dispose of it if you wish to. Next, you should locate these abandoned structures in the plains. They are randomly generated across the plains, so it may take a bit before you do find one. Once you do, find and kill the bandits in the structures. They will try to run away from you if you do get too close, so it's better to lean them up against a wall. Aside from some gunpowder, there is a chance that you may loot a flintlock as well from the bandits. If you do, unequip the grass blade and equip the flintlock. When you clear out randomly generated structures like these throughout the plains, you will be rewarded with a couple chests. Usually, they only give coins and basic materials such as trait scrolls, which can be used to reroll your current trait for another common trait. I advise using the strong trait for extra damage, but it's entirely up to you. There are other loot and rarer types of chests, which I'll get to later. With your flintlock, focus on killing grass mobs and bandits for grass and gunpowder. You should gather at least 1.4k grass materials and 20 gunpowder materials so that you can upgrade your grass boots to true grass boots and craft a dynamite. By the time you have crafted true grass boots and dynamite, it might be already nighttime. This is great for early game as demonic eyes and ghouls begin spawning in. Ghouls can drop skulls and bones upon death. I won't really get into what they're for in this progression guide video, but just know that they're useful for progression later on. You don't need to focus on grinding them out right now though, but you could if you want. The entrance of the cave is blocked off by boulders, which you need to clear out with a dynamite. Once you're in the cave, there should be a bed to the right side of the entrance. Set your spawn there by interacting with the bed. I actually forgot to leave this in the video originally, but follow the path that I take if you don't know how to get to the cave from the main spawn point. Look around for these stone creatures and zombie miners. They are very easy to kill with your dynamite and flintlock, and they do drop various materials that you'll need in just a few minutes. Ignore the ore mimics though, as they're currently way too tanky for you and their drops just aren't worth it. Once you've acquired enough steel and iron from these two enemies, upgrade your wooden chestplate into an iron chestplate and craft a steel pickaxe, a steel axe, and an AK-47. You may now unequip your flintlock and your stone tools and equip everything else you've just crafted. With your new equipment, continue killing stone creatures and zombie miners while mining for gold. Although you won't need that much iron and steel, you are going to need at least 34 gold materials to proceed on to the next step. Once you've accumulated enough materials, craft a bucket, some golden gloves, and a crown. Then convert your AK-47 to its gold variant and your armor to steel tier. Equip everything you've just made before moving your spawn point at the cave, and then reset. This will take you back to your original spawn point. Now that you're back here, make your way to the snowy forest. Stay within this general area and kill all of the mobs that you find there until you get a frigid blade from a frigid knight. The frigid blade will allow you to enter the ice maze. Here, you must find your way to the entrance of the Yeti's arena. Follow the path that I take in order to get there. Once you find the Yeti's arena's entrance, enter it and use your golden AK-47 to kill the Yeti. The Yeti is fairly easy to defeat, just make sure that you move around a little each time he attacks to avoid dying. After you kill him the first time, use the frozen shards that you got from him to craft a frigid chestplate and an ice cube. Unequip your steel chestplate and equip the frigid chestplate for more HP. Keep farming the Yeti until you obtain the Yeti's head and a gigantic fish sword, which are both very powerful early game items. They're both kinda rare, so it may take you a while before you do get them. Once you get those two things from the Yeti, reset and head back to the cave. The gigantic fish sword is strong enough to one-shot almost all enemies that spawns in the plains, so you may kill any enemy that you encounter on the surface while you head back to the cave. Before you return to the cave, however, I do advise crafting a living sapling. Set your spawn in the cave once again. This time, we'll be traversing even further into the cave. It's easy to die from fall damage as you descend. However, you can cancel out fall damage by hugging a wall and timing your rolls, like this. You may use a parachute as an alternative if this is too difficult for you, though it can be quite janky at times, so you still might die from using it. Regardless, proceed to the left path here and you will end up in Minesville. You may collect oil from oil springs with a bucket you crafted a while back during your travel to Minesville, which will be essential for crafting a certain materials later on. I suggest setting your spawn here, as you'll probably be spending the next 20 to 30 minutes grinding here for your mid-game progression. In case you haven't already noticed, there are these odd geodes that can spawn in the upper layers of the mines, which can be mined with a steel pickaxe. Upon mining it, however, it will summon a boss called the Geode Monstrosity. However, you can instantly obliterate it with your gigantic fish sword like this. And there are other ways to obtain vermite, so you don't have to kill this boss if you wish to. After obtaining 6 vermite materials, use them to upgrade your steel pickaxe to a vermite pickaxe. Then head to the 3rd layer of the mines and search for these neo-vermite ore nodes. You may have to rejoin if you don't find any, as you're only able to mine the neo-vermite ores in the 3rd layer with your vermite pickaxe, and ores don't really respawn unless one has already been mined out. Once you've collected 5 neo-vermite ores, upgrade your vermite pickaxe to neo-vermite tier. Use your neo-vermite pickaxe to gather more neo-vermite ores. Then upgrade your armor from steel tier to vermite tier. Then upgrade it once more to neo-vermite tier. Equip your new neo-vermite chestplate, but keep your Yeti's head on for now. Return back to the 3rd layer of the cave and use your neo-vermite pickaxe to mine titanium. And as I have said before, rejoining the server may help if you are having trouble finding titanium ore nodes. Once you have collected enough titanium, upgrade your Neovermite pickaxe into a drill. Keep in mind that you are going to also need a crude mortar and a chisel for the drill, but they are relatively cheap to make. You are now able to mine all of the ores in the third layer of the cave using the drill, which means that you are now able to mine cobalt and mithril, as well as no longer having to rejoin the server anymore. It's going to take a while, but you are going to need to gather at least 37 cobalt ores, 53 titanium, and 33 mithril ores in total. You're not going to use all those ores now, but it will be great to stock up on them so that you will not have to return to this layer anytime soon. Once you have gathered all those materials, first craft yourself another set of Neovermite armor. Then, upgrade both Neovermite armor sets into titanium armor sets. Afterwards, use one of those titanium armor sets to craft a cobalt armor set, and the other titanium set for a mithril armor set. Next, craft 2 steel swords, and upgrade those into vermilion swords. Keep on upgrading them until they are titanium short swords. Then, combine those titanium short swords with a true stone and 4 cobalt ores to create a cobalt scythe. For now, equip only all of the cobalt items you have made so far. Anyways, this is pretty much it for part 1. The next part is going to be a lot longer, as it will focus more on the later parts of the game, which means that you'll be killing more bosses. But for now, thanks for watching and I'll see you all later.